Bacchiarda.
Bacchiarda.
Sanguiccio.
Un floro.
Yes.
You know
A finocchio who hates finocchio.
I'm-
Let me show you.
Oh,
Sure.
let me
Yeah,
just-
this is the Nonna knife, and this is your cutting board.
Cancer attacks you on an emotional and a mental level as well. And so
For this,
welcome.
this
Bon
is so
appetito.
bon appetito.
How can you be so happy? My husband died 5 years ago.
Welcome to Unmasked. Today we have one of my high school friends, which is so exciting. An
Yeah.
Italian friend. Please welcome Emma.
Wow.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming on the show.
It feels like so bizarre to see you in this whole new, like last time I saw you, you were wearing like a kilt and knee-high
A
socks.
kilt and knee-high socks and good old holy name Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best place my parents could have sent me, truthfully.
True. Yes.
Yeah, it was an
Did you
all-girls
love
school.
it?
I loved it.
Me too.
I loved it.
Me too.
But I think it was also because we had older sisters. Like our older
Yes.
sisters were friends as well.
Yes.
And I think we had older sisters that went there, and so we kind of just were like, yeah, we saw their
Yeah.
relationships and friendships for me,
Yeah.
anyways. And I was like, this place is gonna be great, and it was.
It was. I had the best time.
I had such a good
And
time.
like it was just like so real, and you could just be like chill.
Yeah.
And there was like it was dumb and great and stupid.
you
all
know,
at the
people
same
say that all
time.
the time, like, oh, there probably wasn't a whole lot of drama because there were no boys around, but there was tons of drama.
Tons of
But
drama.
At least it just wasn't around boys.
Exactly. There was
Do you
like
know
it
what I
was
mean?
stupid shit.
Girls were stabbing each other in the backs because, like, you know, all kinds of stuff, but it wasn't over dudes. Which
Yeah.
felt good.
Yes.
Crazy how I found you. That's
Tell
the
me.
crazy part. Is Melanie Jade.
Yeah.
You know? Okay,
Yes.
so she's on Instagram.
Yeah.
and
another like Italian strike guy. I love her.
Love her so much.
Yes. Hi,
So
Melanie.
I've been following her now for maybe like a year, and she had posted something, a video of you saying, "My name is not Monica, it's Monica."
Yes.
And I saw her, I'm like, yeah, that's Monica. Well,
That's
Mocha.
a bitch I went to high school with.
That's Mocha.
That is
I'm like,
Mocha.
I know her.
I know. It's crazy because no one actually really called me that my full name ever. It was always Mocha.
No,
in
you
high
were
school.
Mocha.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
you
now
like,
I'm Nonna.
but did you pick that name yourself? Like,
No,
did
it was
you?
my Zeal gave it to me when I was like 1.
Oh,
He would
okay.
always go Mokina,
There you go.
and then Mocha got deemed.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, 'cause
everyone.
I only ever called you Mocha. in
Yeah,
high
no
school.
one called me like. People called me Monica, and then
Mo?
in elementary,
Were you Mo?
I was Mo at one point, but
Yeah.
that was when I was working
Okay.
because I didn't want people to call me Mocha in a work
In a
setting. In a
professional-
professional
It's
setting.
not
I
a
was
very
like, we'll go with
professional name.
Mo.
Mo is way more professional.
Yeah, I was like, I hate it, but sure, call me Mo. I was like, just don't call me Mon.
No.
I hate Mon or Mons.
People call you Mons?
Sometimes, and I correct them. I'm like, please don't.
See,
This is a PSA. Don't ever call me Mons or
There you go.
Mon.
Now I know.
No, now you know. But
My oldest right now is really into like John Oliver and
mm,
like the Daily Show and stuff. So she's
Yeah.
watching some of that. On
I think
YouTube.
I saw this on your story, and I lost my mind. I was
She's
like, this
10
is
years old and
great.
she comes out and she's like, "Ma, in the States, the healthcare system in prisons, so fucked up." I'm like, dude, don't say fucked up. But yeah, they are fucked up.
Yeah, they are fucked up.
Yeah.
So,
So,
MSN Messenger.
I can still hear it logging in.
Do you remember when you said the nudges?
Yes.
Yes.
When you send
great.
like nudges to people or BRB.
BRB, and you would change
Turn your computer on
status.
with your toe. If you're not turning on your computer, like hearing my sister be like, "Get off the internet, I need to use the phone."
Oh my god! And it was a battle. It was like you only have 10 minutes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And then like we'd log off and my nonna would call, "Emma, I tried call you maybe 10 times. I hear this noise." And I'm like, "Nonna, I was on the internet."
Yeah.
Kids like have no idea.
We grew up before the internet.
Yeah.
Like that's actually mind-boggling.
Mhm. Like I think we are kind of like the last generation
Yeah.
of people who didn't grow up with social media like
Yeah.
really a part of our
Yeah.
lives.
Sorry.
Like we had the internet and stuff, but like social media and having it in your hand constantly,
Yes.
like that started becoming a thing when we were like probably adults, like 18,
Yes,
19.
we were just in college.
Yeah.
Like or for me, I was in college.
Yeah.
When I got Facebook.
Yeah.
Not in high school.
But yeah, we went through our high school and elementary school lives without
Yes.
social media,
Which
which is
I
a
love.
huge difference.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
It was good. I just epilated, but I went a whole year without shaving my legs.
Beautiful.
And it was the most liberating thing I've ever done.
I-
Same with
I-
my underarms.
I love having
I
armpit hair.
love having
I
armpit
love
hair.
it.
It's like
It's so I feel like it's very it's just like I don't know, like
it's divinely
mystical.
feminine too.
Yeah.
Like I love that because people think that it's like, oh, you have like hair, like how gross, how I'm like, It's beautiful.
No, body hair.
I feel sexy.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I honestly, like, when I used to live in Toronto, I lived
Yeah.
on Queen Street, and I used to grow it out, and I would buy that bleach, that facial hair bleach,
Yes.
and I would bleach it, and then I would dye it different colors.
Oh, fun.
All the time.
What was your favorite color to dye it? Did you have like a go-to?
Oh, pink. Because
Pink.
if you do anything like on the blue scale, then when it starts to fade out, it's green, and that's not a good look.
No.
Like, green armpit hair is not a good look.
No. You've always been creative. I remember you from high school.
Yeah, I think that like art has always been a part of my life, and I've just I've been exploring different mediums forever, and I still haven't really found one that like suits me perfectly. And I just love the idea of tattooing, because I think, first of all, it's just beautiful when I see a person with tattoos. I'm like,
yes. Okay, but I noticed we have the Italian tattoos.
We do.
Okay, we need to show.
I have a bastone here,
and I have the Coppa.
I love it. Oh, I have a, where the fuck? There. I have the
oh my god, look at that.
I have the Asso di Dinari, but no, that's not the Asso. That's the one of the coins.
Yes.
But it's not great. It's like a whole scar. It's not super. But yeah, those are the ones that I have. But I love yours. They're like fine line. They're so nice.
I didn't do it myself, but
they're beautiful.
Abby did it. Shout out to Abby. But look at that. And we're going to play Scopa later.
Yeah, we are.
Which is going to be good. So I feel like we need to explain what this is for the non-Italians.
Scopa?
Like, yes, and these.
Yes. So the like Italian playing cards are different. Well, actually, like a lot of European playing cards are different than like the ones that we're used to. But the Italian ones in particular, the Napolitane ones. Yeah. Because there's different like regions. I use it, yeah. But we use the Napolitane
I use that ones too.
So they have different suits than like the spades and the clubs, and their suits are dinari, which are like coins, coppa, which are cups.
It's this one.
Aiutami.
Bastone,
which is this guy.
That one.
Which is like clubs. Yeah. But like actual beating clubs. Not like clubs, pretty clover clubs. Yeah.
And the swords.
So those are the different suits. Yeah. And the games are different. And like when I was growing up, it was like we'd have lunch. And after lunch, there was always somebody that would come over for lunch, like one of my cousins who was doing tiles for somebody down the street, or somebody was, fixing somebody's bath. They were all like, like tradespeople.
100%.
So they would come
I feel like most Italians go into the trades.
If you're doing renovations, I got a guy for everything.
There we go.
But so someone would come for lunch, and then we would eat lunch, and then after lunch, my nonna would make espresso, and she'd put a little shot of anice in the espresso, and
which is like a liqueur,
like an anise liqueur.
Yeah, like licorice. I don't love it. I hate it.
I love it in my espresso. No. That smell. This is very telling.
It's very Italian.
It's my childhood. The smell of espresso and anice are like. So you made a tiramisu once. Do you put liquor in your coffee in a tiramisu?
I do the amaretto.
Yeah. Oh, you do the amaretto.
Yeah.
Okay. So
or di Sedona, whatever they call it now. Yeah. But like I say amaretto.
Yeah, that's what.
But I can't do that. I can't do the I can't the smell is very nostalgic to me, but I also can't smell it for long because I just don't like the taste.
Oh, I love it.
Like fennel.
You don't like?
No, I hate it.
You don't like?
No, you know Finocchio is also gay.
I know that. I know that.
A Finocchio who hates Finocchio.
I'm so sorry.
Call me homophobic.
Yeah. I don't even know. I've tried to break that down. Like, how did that turn into that? I have no idea.
I don't know. So Finocchio is like a term for calling a gay person in Italian, but it's also fennel.
I love Finocchio.
Do you?
Just so you know.
Thank you. I feel very loved right now.
I love it.
How did we get here? Finocchio.
Cards.
Fennel.
Anise.
Espresso.
Anice in the espresso.
Okay. There we go.
So with espresso and anice and like the liqueurs that would come out after lunch. The old people, they'd all play cards, and they would play Scopa or they play Briscola. Like there's so many words that we've taken and turned into Italian words that are actually English words. It's like a whole new
Italo-Canadese.
Yeah.
About like how the Italian language in Canada is its own language.
Yes.
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
Like bacchiarda. Sanguicciu.
Yes.
What other ones do you have?
Floru.
Yes. Floru.
That's not how you say floru.
No. Garaju.
Bucauchu. You put a U at the end of anything.
Or no. Either or. Exactly. Yeah. But that was it. That was great.
Now, when you move out of your home and you're independent from that, it takes work.
It does.
You actually have to intentionally keep it alive and practice it.
Absolutely. And that's like, and I feel like you probably feel the same, just cooking with your mom or your nonna or all of that. I'm like, I wish I cooked more with my nonna when she was able to, but I'm like, now it's like, okay, that's why I'm going to Medzia's. Like, you want to keep it alive.
Yeah.
Like, teach me all of the stuff.
Yeah, you have to.
And the food's just so freaking good.
It is. It's so good. And like like for me, the food, it's so funny because I see it so much as like magic. Do you know what I mean? It's like, love that. There you go. Beautiful.
100%. 100%.
It's like this
idea. Ritual.
Yes, absolutely. It's like, we're going to take these plants and these dead animals, and we're going to put them in a pot, and we're going to, like, you know, boil them and then feed them to you when you're sick, and you're going to feel better. Like, that's fucking magic.
It is magic.
It is.
And
those are the things that heal you.
Is penicillin.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. I'm really drawn to, like, sort of this romantic era of Italian art, like those oil paintings of like barefoot women with their, you know, with their hair and the tambourines. And so that definitely influences that sort of like aesthetic definitely influences my artwork. And it certainly influences it from sort of a spiritual level as well, because there's this idea of mysticism that's part of that kind of culture as well, that definitely you see in my artwork, I think. And then as far as my writing goes, a lot of what I write are poems and things for my children about my Nonna.
Oh, I love that.
And trying to put into words, and I have all these writings, a collection of things.
Yes.
Some of it's poetry, some of it's just like blogs, I guess. I don't know. What do you call that?
Blogs.
Sure. And it's just trying to put into words what it feels like to have a nonna, and to have that influence, and to have that as part of your life. Because for me, it's very healing. It feels like home. It feels safe.
It does.
And a lot of that started when I was sick, and when I didn't know, and things were still very much up in the air about sort of how successful everything was going to be.
Yeah.
I needed things that made me feel safe. Yeah. And like, I just regressed. I found that like being with my Nonna and immersing myself in this culture, because it felt like home.
Yes.
It made me feel protected.
Yeah.
And so
because
like,
it does have magic to it. It does. Absolutely. Going back to the roots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. There's something about like your ancestral, you know, we're very big. I don't know about you guys, but we're very morbid. There's a lot of death. We talk a lot about death.
Absolutely. You literally talk about when I die, and they give you like all of that speech, like, oh, this is where you're burying me, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God. My Nonna will take me into her bedroom and she'll be like, okay, here, I'm going to show you where I have the underwear that you need to put on me in the casket. That's like brand new. It's in a package.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, Nonna, no one's going to see this. And she's like, oh, well, it's okay. It's important. Here's the underwear you need to put on me. These are the shoes I want you to put on me. Here's the black rosary with the black Madonna that you only put in my hand while I'm in the casket.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's constant. Talking about it all the time.
Constant.
So there was something about that, like, comfort about talking about death too. That's very much part of our culture. That also made me feel really like okay and at peace, because that was, you know, part of being sick and how like traumatizing it was, is like you're faced with your own mortality.
Absolutely.
And
it becomes very like,
we don't talk about it. Death is one of those things that we don't talk about.
Yeah. And I feel like that's why grief is so hard, because it's like, how do you grieve? Like, how do you, you know?
Yeah, we don't talk about it. But Italians do.
Yes.
Talk about it all the fucking time.
All the time. But it's almost like, stop talking about it.
Yeah. Funerals are like social events. Like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. For the non-Italians, we need to explain an Italian funeral.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like they're not going to understand.
Well, there's the viewing first.
Because you said social event. It really is.
Yeah. First, like, you have to have the viewing, which is depending on the person. I know it's like 3 days. I don't know about
sometimes
you guys.
It's like 2.
Yeah, sometimes it's like
2 days for us.
But then there's like different periods of the day. And you walk in and it's always open casket.
Always open casket.
And there's like lines of chairs and the family's all sitting in the front row.
Yes.
And you have to get into like a procession so you can kiss all the family members.
Correct.
And then you go up to the body. I don't know, do you guys do this?
Yep.
Where you kneel in front of the body, you pray.
Sometimes you kiss. Yes.
Like it's crazy. And I can remember being 5.
Me too.
And like going to my great grandfather's funeral, my Nonno Luigi's funeral, and my mother being like, kiss him. I'm like, I want to kiss him. So, okay, I'll kiss him. But like being terrified. But there's just none of that. There's no time for this. This is death. This is part of life.
This is it. Yeah. And then you all wear black. And then you don't wear black. You don't wear color for a year.
Yeah, depending on who it is.
Yes, I think my Nonna did like 10 years.
Yeah, my Nonna. Yeah, my Nonno's been gone now for like 15 years. I think it was like the first 9 or 10 years she wore
Yeah.
black.
Yeah. Same with my Nonna.
Yeah. She wore black and she was personally offended when people wore color around her. How can you be so happy? My husband died 5 years ago. Italians, it's like, oh, you know, like festas and vino
No, we're
and
morbid
tarantella
fuckers.
and stuff like that. But there's a lot of death.
There is a lot of death.
A lot of talking about
a lot
death
about it.
Gossip.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of negativity, but there's beauty in that too.
Yeah.
There's beauty in that too.
Yeah.
Like I not enjoy, but like my Nonna, I'm aware every time I show up at her house, she's annoyed that she woke up that morning. She's like, "Perché Dio non me piglia?" That's how she says, like, why doesn't God take me? Everyone around her is going. She's like, "Perché Dio non me piglia?" I'm like, Nonna, he doesn't want you yet. He needs you here.
Yeah.
You go. What am I gonna do?
Absolutely.
And we talk about it all the time, but that's just part of it, and it feels comforting.
Yeah. Because it's comforting for them, I'm sure too, as they get older.
Definitely. One of my favorite things that we do is like, I don't know about you guys, when we're making dough, so when it comes to cooking, like if you're making pasta, you're making pastella, you're making cookies, whatever, before you cut the dough or you do facite a cruci. So you make a cross in the dough or on the food. You're blessing it because else it won't turn out. 100%. If you don't do the cross on it, it won't come out.
And then you put good intention in it. Yeah. And then it's healing. And that's why the food is so healing.
Exactly. And it's like,
here you go.
I love the sort of the idea of protection, like how we protect people through just intention. Like whether you believe in the magic part of it, or our grandparents would say it's a religious thing, not magic.
100%.
But whatever you believe in, it's
same but different.
It's this manifesting of like protection.
Yes.
You know, like we make for babies too, because babies get malocchio all the time because people touch them and tell them how beautiful they are. Yeah. So we make these little red satchels with the salt and the saint inside. Yes. We do that. Like all the little things. You have
the little like the
cornicello.
You have yours. I have mine on my earring, but you can't buy it for yourself.
No. It
has to be gifted. So if you're buying it and I said that once on my Instagram. I was like, people are now buying these things. I'm like, no. You can't buy it all the time. I'm like, you can't buy it for yourself.
I mean, you can, but it's not doing shit for you.
Exactly. There you go. That's it. Exactly. Yeah. Things versus going out.
You don't waste anything.
You don't waste anything. Mm-mm. You have your garden in the back, and you have a beautiful garden. And I love watching it.
I love it so much.
What's your favorite part about it?
It's funny enough, like I love the food, obviously. So when you have a tomato salad and the tomatoes came from your garden, it tastes different. It hits different. And it's because the seeds probably came from Italy. That's why. I don't know about you guys. Like when my family goes, they like smuggle seeds home. Yeah, and as they should. But my Nonna's advice, I followed the dates and the moon and everything that she says. Yeah. And there's a little bit of that magic in there. There is absolutely. You gotta bless a ritual.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And doing that with my kids feels so special.
And that will be so nice for when they grow up. And it's like, oh, like
watching
and
them,
hopefully that continues.
Yes, that's the goal. Yeah. Is to have them continue. And it's very nice. It's therapeutic also just to see like all that life around you. Yeah. And see how intelligent plants can be when you see a bean, a fagioli like find its way around the post and like it's really just it's humbling too. You're like, wow, there's so much magic.
And it's like a full circle too, because you pick it, sometimes they die, but it regrows. Yeah. Circle of life.
Absolutely. For me, in the summertime, getting myself up really early at like 7 a.m. to get out there to water the plants before everybody gets up. It gives me a chance to have my coffee. I'm outside in like absolute silence. I check on everybody in the garden. I say good morning to the tomatoes and good morning to the bietola and good morning to the everything. And it's my morning ritual so that I can be mom by the time everybody needs me to be mom.
Yes. So. And that's filling your cup.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to tell your kids the truth that you're human. Don't be afraid to let your kids know, like, there's a lot of guilt that goes along with being a mother. Okay. And like, we are living in this time. It's so wonderful. We've learned so much more about our childhood experiences and trauma and how it can affect us. And I think some of us are so afraid to cause some of that for our kids that we are afraid to be real in front of them. So I have no problem looking at my kids and saying, I love you, but you need to be elsewhere. Because right now I'm stressed and I just need space from you. Yeah. And it's like, I still love you. And then I go find them afterwards and I hug them and I say, thank you for that space. But like,
that shows healthy attachment.
Exactly.
Because you can't, a lot of people suffocate it and then explode, you know?
They feel, you can't be afraid to show your kids that you're a human being. And I tell my kids, even when they're little, I say like, we are 5 5 humans living in this house, and each
Yeah.
human being has a different motivation for their life, and we have different needs, and we all need to respect it, all the way down to your youngest brother who's 5 to your father who works construction who's 35. It's like we're all very, very different. Everybody's needs are important here.
Yeah.
So just because you guys are the kids doesn't mean, you know, your needs come first, for sure. We're
Yeah.
a little bit stronger than you guys. We can handle a little bit more than you guys. We're more resilient, but to build that resilience in you, you have to also learn how to like,
Period.
you know, share the bread. Make sure everybody gets what they need.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's solid advice. I hope people are taking
I tell
notes.
my children all the time, no way. Like as a parent, you've got 2 jobs. You've got to create a happy, healthy, memorable childhood.
Yeah.
And then you also need to help create functional adults. And sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit of one for the other.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got to let you struggle so that you can manage this when you're
But then
older.
you're not caught. Exactly.
And you're going to be sad, and maybe you think I'm a jerk because I'm not like doing this for you, but this is an important lesson.
Yeah. I understand the difference. Why do you say thriver and not survivor?
I say thriver because I think that one aspect of cancer that I think people don't know unless you have it, or like unless it's part of your life, because I know you've had an experience with it, somebody in your family who had it.
Yeah.
So
a few, my Nonna and my nephew,
when it becomes part of your life. But like cancer attacks you in 2 ways. It's the cellular, like on a cellular level, like that's this cancer cells in your body trying to spread, trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And there's medicine and treatment for that.
Yeah.
But cancer attacks you on an emotional and a mental level as well. And so I think that a lot of the times people see that my cancer is cured.
Yeah.
And so they think I don't have cancer anymore.
Got you.
And I don't have any cancer cells in my body, thank God.
Yes.
Everything worked, and
and
it was purely luck. Like there's a lot of women out there, people say that all the time, like, oh, you fought so hard. Like, I didn't do shit. I just sat there in the chair and like fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But I think that I still am very much living with cancer.
Yeah.
And so I think rather than saying I'm a survivor, to say like it's out of my life, I've survived from it.
Yeah.
I say a thriver because I am currently still living my life with this, a part of my life every day. And so, and I'm trying to thrive through it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a good act where it's like, it's real. It's very real. And it's not like, oh, that was just a moment. Here we go. I'm fine.
Yeah.
You're still healing.
And like that experience really informed, like we've talked so much today about like my heritage and my Italian culture and incorporating it into my life. And that experience was almost a catalyst for a lot of that. Because like I said, like being faced with my mortality and like, what am I going to leave behind for my kids?
Yes.
That was my big thing.
Which is what I want to ask you. Like, what is your legacy that you want to leave behind?
I love that word. And I love the way you say that, because I say that all the time, is that people think that a legacy is something. And I actually, like, when I was sick, I came up with this.
Yeah.
People think that a legacy is something that gets left behind, but it's actually something that you can leave behind intentionally.
Yes.
And so I became really obsessed with, if I die and nobody remembers me and I made no impact on anybody, my children at least will remember everything I did.
Yes.
And this piece of art, and like it helps me so much when I'm like being self-critical and I'm going, this painting shit, this writing, this poem is like so cliche, it's horrible. No. But these are going to be treasures for my children.
Absolutely.
Maybe it is shit, but my kids are going to look at it and be like, look at this hilarious piece of shit my mom made. It's so special. Make yourself.
There we go.
Yeah, because
let me show do it on the.
Oh my God, my Nonna would like cry. She like saw that people would see this.
Gosh. Well, a lot of people love it.
I'm either going to show this to my Nonna or pray she never sees it, because either she's going to love it or she's going to be like, why you do this? Why you put your face on the internet? There we go.
Here we go. We are Italian ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
Are we? Oh, we're good. Oh,
we're rolling.
It's happening. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to make, first we're going to get the rapini going.
Okay.
So the rapini is, people call it like broccoli rabe, and it depends on where you're from. We call it rape. Yeah. But it's basically like a very bitter broccoli and like a green leafy thing. And so there's lots of different ways you do it. Yep. This has been washed, so we're just going to put it on the stove.
Okay.
And we're going to put just a like tiny bit of water in it.
Okay. Do you want a cup or anything?
No, I'm just going to put a little bit in the pan like this.
Okay. You take the rapini, you put some water, some oil, some salt.
Yes.
put a lid on it to push it down?
Yeah.
Medium heat.
Yeah. So the little bit of water that's in there is going to steam it and just like cook it down a little bit so it's easier to manage. But then it's going to start frying with the olive oil.
Okay.
In the meantime, we're going to
What are we doing?
Okay. Depends on where you're from.
Okay.
What you call these. We call them pitoli, which comes from fritoli, which is probably the proper word for it. Which are like zucchini fritters.
Yeah, I feel like we call them fritoli.
So everybody does it differently, but I grate mine.
And frite is like fried.
Yes.
That's literally, and it's like a small fry.
Yeah, something,
small fry.
Yeah. So
translation.
I grate my zucchini.
Okay.
And I put it in some salt.
Okay.
So that all this water comes out of it. Okay. Like the holy trinity is parsley, eggs, and pecorino cheese. With those three things, you can make anything. Lot.
You can literally make anything.
Yeah. So
explain the knife, because this is the nonna knife.
This is
the nonna knife, and this is your cutting board.
So I never once saw my nonna. My nonna had one big knife.
Yeah.
And it was for cutting prosciutto, and that's it.
That's it.
And her cutting board was a literal piece of wood.
Yes.
But otherwise, when we cooked, like even an onion, my nonna would put an onion in her hand and chop it up like this.
Absolutely.
Cut it. So we're doing about, I don't know,
a handful.
It depends on what you like. I like a lot of parsley.
I love parsley.
And we're just going to chop it up. I'm used to cutting everything kind of small because I've got my kids.
Yes.
And they don't like chunky
things.
I
like small size.
Yeah. So like my nonna,
I am a child.
I don't think perfect.
Echo.
Okay. Okay, so we've got zucchini and we've got our petrosino, our parsley. And then this is pecorino romano.
Perfect.
Okay, there are two kinds of Italians. There's Parmigiano Italians and pecorino Italians.
Yes.
We are pecorino people.
We are both.
We do not put Parmigiano in anything.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, nothing. We don't use Parmigiano for anything. I mean, you eat it.
Yes.
Chop it up and you eat it.
Absolutely.
By itself, in cooking.
We do both. We mix both. We do pecorino romano and we do Parmigiano.
What do you put on your pasta?
It's a mix.
Oh yeah. Two. Oh, you mix them together.
My mom goes to the store,
butcher.
The butcher.
Yeah.
She gets like at least 3 pounds of both.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps it in the freezer, and then she'll take some out and she'll mix it together, and it creates a beautiful blend.
Oh, okay. Well, I never thought about that.
Cheese, yeah.
I never thought about that. We do. Yeah, we only do pecorino. We don't put Parmigiano.
Yeah.
Okay, these are eggs.
Eggs.
Okay, so we're gonna do an egg.
I'll take that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I get this weird Italian accent when I say
I love it.
It's not even
these are beautiful eggs.
Aren't they good?
Yeah, they're
these
great.
These are Conestoga eggs. You can get them from Fortino's, sometimes Walmart, and Costco. This is the part that you either like it or you don't like it.
Okay.
Anchovies. So I put anchovies in my rapini because I put them in like seasoning. The anchovies, these are going to melt. You're not even going to see them. And I put a little bit of the anchovy oil. I'm going to put 3 garlic.
Okay.
With con la camisa, with the shirt on.
With the shell.
So I don't peel it. I just kind of break it so that they steam on the inside. They don't burn. Okay. Never cooked with gluten-free flour.
Okay.
It looks like regular flour.
It does, yeah. It's Robin Hood.
Oh, well then, okay.
Yeah.
Pan is it's off balance.
Yeah, so is mine.
Like this. So I have to tuck something underneath it to keep it balanced. But I won't buy a new one because that's the one
that's the pan.
I
get you. Thank you for understanding me.
So this is spicy chili oil.
Spicy chili oil.
That I made myself from chilies from my own garden.
Love this.
Nice calabrese spicy chili.
Yeah, so you're just
put a little bit of that
on top.
The rapini too.
Okay.
This is just some cooking oil.
So this is what the texture should
be. More or less. More or less. I think the anchovies are melting. And it's not going to taste like anchovies. It is literally just going to be like a seasoning. So you're not going to have pieces of anchovy. And this guy's on high, and we literally just don't want to touch him because we want all that water to go and it to start to char and sizzle. And it's so funny because people come into my kitchen, they're like, "How can I help?" I'm like, "I don't know. I got a million things on the go here. I don't know how you can help.
You can help.
Wash this dish. Set the
getting
table.
Out of my way. Wash the dishes. Exactly.
Okay. So with my nonna knife, do you want to cut these tomatoes?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. However you don't. Oh, you want to do it.
You tell me. You tell me, because
anybody in my family watching this would be like, "Oh, she's freaking out."
So tell me, you
just not all the same, not
okay. So you just
yeah, a little bit. Let me show you.
Sure. Yeah, there
I
you go.
show you how.
I'll show you, and then I'll do it. I'll copy
it.
See, I know it's literally like cooking with my nonna. That's fine. Here we go.
I'm sorry, and the leaves are starting to char a little bit.
Yeah.
See?
Here we go. You have.
Yeah, I'm making my
pitoli in here.
Pitoli. Oil, my nonna's not afraid. She'll put her hand in right in it 100%. To test the temperature.
Yes. It's like they have this resilience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. So our rapini is starting to get nice and crispy on the sides.
Yeah.
So look at that. Avi de ka. Yeah, it's nice and charred. Oh, look at this gluten-free flour.
It's good, right?
It's really nice, actually.
I make lasagna most Sundays.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we put eggs in our lasagna.
Okay,
like
so
boiled eggs.
my Zia does that.
Yeah. The garlic in this insalata, not chipolla.
Okay. Beautiful. Got that.
This is the good stuff.
Gorgeous.
It's like
for this.
Bon
This is
appetito.
bon appetito. Okay, I'm excited.
Okay.
To try.
I'm excited for you to try it. It's salty. I know that. You taste it. It's not fishy.
I fucking love it.
It's not fishy.
But it takes away the bitterness.
Like that. It's a little spicy at the end.
I'm actually not joking about it because I'm very honest with my food.
Oh, it's too salty.
I like the salt though.
It's too salty.
I'm gonna take more
in the beginning. Yeah, take it.
I feel better. I'm about to just.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is bitter.
I think this is now going to be in my recipe.
Really? Because that's what happened.
I'll go try.
Okay.
So good.
No, I'm gonna try it. I don't know what they're like either.
So good.
Oh, good.
It's good. I would take this and just let them cool down and eat them as a snack throughout the day. Right? I'm in heaven right now. The Italian food is hitting.
And this is how I cook like every day for my Nonna.
Yeah,
this is what she eats.
It is very Italian.
With some like salsiccia, like cured
That's
salamis
fresh.
on the side. It's good, eh?
That's fresh.
No. If it was tomatoes from my garden, this would be a whole other thing.
So good.
Or
welcome back to Unmasked. We are finishing out this show with a very classic Italian game, which is Scopa. We love it. Scopa is literally like sweep.
yes.
And you want to sweep the table.
Yeah, and Italians are obsessed with sweeping.
It's you sweep everything.
Everything.
The baseboards need to be swept.
We sweep our driveways.
Everything. You wash the driveways.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and you sweep your emotions under the rug. So.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my best to just be like a human and not a competitive asshole.
You can be a competitive asshole. That's fine. Absolutely. Here we go. Okay, so the point of the game, for those that are watching, is you need to it's kind of like counting. So you have your cards and you want to pick up and clear as many as you can.
Yeah.
But the numbers need to equal. So if this is a 2 and I have a 2, I'm going to grab a 2. Or if let's say this is a 1 and this is a 1 and I have a 2, I can pick up those 2. That makes sense? You can add these cards, but they need to equal.
So you want, yes.
Did I explain that correctly?
Yes, you did. Yeah. So you're taking one of your cards and you want to take as many of these that has the same value as your card.
Exactly. Take the 5
with your 5.
With my 5.
Okay. And same thing. I can't go, so I'm just putting it.
And I can't either.
Okay.
So there we go.
And then we redeal.
And then we redeal.
Okay. Okay. Ma per il cavallo.
Okay. But I have the sette bello. So this is a point. This is a point. So I'm going to take the 6 and the 1. Boom.
Rude.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay. I'm going to grab my forward the 4.
I was going to do that. Thank you so much.
Nobody has a Scopa yet.
No one has a Scopa. Sometimes you don't get a Scopa.
Yeah, sometimes you get, and the only thing, so Scopas just give you a point.
Exactly. It's just a point.
Yeah. Okay. So points come from, is it my turn first? No.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab this.
So points come from having the sette bello, which I have.
7 of coins. So
yep.
Take a 3.
Let me see here.
You get a point from the sette bello. You get a point for whoever has the most cards.
Yep. You get a point if you have a Scopa. And then the most denari. Most gold cards.
Yes.
Yeah. So the gold cards are like this.
Yeah, the gold coins.
The gold coins. Oh, I was so close. I'm so
sorry.
So
no,
close.
I'm not.
If you have a 10, that's a good one. King.
Afisa mamata. Do you know what that means?
Face of your mother?
No, afisa. What do you guys call like a lady? Like a vagina.
Pirella.
Yeah. No, afisa.
Afisa
mamata means your mother's vagina.
I love that. I'm gonna start saying that more often.
I love
so close.
Like people think that like Vaffa Napoli is a big one.
No,
we don't say that.
My
Really?
My mom says it sometimes.
You say managgia la miseria.
Yeah, we say that. My dad says that. Like, I think that's his favorite. Hold on, I need to do math. Okay, I'm gonna do this. 10. If you have that, you might get Scopa.
I don't.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
How do you say you win in like proper Italian?
What?
Like you win.
Ho vinto. Yeah. How do you say yours?
Tu sei vingiuto.
I see. I understand that.
Yeah.
That I get. But ho vinto.
Io mi segno perduto.
Yeah.
Tu sei vingiuto.
See.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry.
There was a lot of trash talk.
There was a lot of
feeling this way. I did like literally be prepared for me to come and kill you.
And I was like,
not even
watch out. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for playing Scopa.
Thanks
for being a good loser.
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
You can give me a shout.
I'm keeping it together, okay? Because I don't want to embarrass myself.
No. It was good. We'll do this again.
It's nice to spend time with somebody who gets it.
Yes, 100%. It's nice. It's comforting.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. All right.
Bye.
Ciao.